Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have more House Flipper 2 today. We're gonna be working a little bit on like our starter house that we start with and do a little bit of cleaning and redecorating for another job to earn cash. As you can tell, my voice is still not back to normal. Um, yeah. I had thought all along it was allergies, which legitimately it was. We were getting a lot of bad air from fires that were in all the states around us, but I think in the middle of that I may have caught the Rona, because during that same time I got the bad headaches that I really only get whenever I've had the Rona and my voice is still gone. And you get that feeling in the back of your throat like something's stuck there. I have that all the time, and usually only happens with Rona. So that's fun, but yeah. So we're just chilling today. Nothing exciting. I feel like on episode 4 of House Flipper, you know what to expect. So I did have a little bit of a struggle. Not so much in today's episode. With figuring out the paint rolling and buying supplies and just trying to redecorate stuff. Later on, it gets quite embarrassing with my inability to, I don't even know, try and figure shit out. I think I mentioned in the last episode that when you're used to the certain build mechanics of certain games, whether it's Sims, Fallout 76 or Fallout 4 or even in Minecraft, this is almost more difficult, maybe because there's too many options. So in later episodes it's a little bit funny in what I'm able to accomplish and not accomplish, but today it's just easy and chill. We live in the land of casinos and we're considered high desert, but it's been ridiculously hot, like Satan's asshole hot. We had got a little bit of a cool down and then that changed and we're now back in the upper 80s, which, while not abnormal for us, is a little abnormal for this time of year. Well, not really. This is about the time we would be hitting our high 90s triple digit time, but we've been at this temperature range for easily a month and a half. Not fun at all. But my husband is down in Arizona and they're like 115, I think he said today. So I'll take my 94 over 115. Doesn't matter how dry the heat is. That's no fun. So yeah, we're hoping for a cool down starting next week. We just got to get through the ridiculousness. I did want to say a big thank you to everyone that checked out our video from last weekend of our mall trip and our mystery box unveiling. We had over 50 views, which in the great wide world of YouTubes I know is hardly anything. But for me, that's pretty groovy that 50 of you made the choice to sit there with us while we were goofy goobers opening our mystery boxes. We did a while ago, maybe a month or so ago, we picked up where you can like order the unclaimed mail. We had watched several videos by other people where they get like the unclaimed mail and unclaimed packages. And what is that but nothing more than like another type of mystery box. So I had done some research on sites that were least likely to be a scam. And my husband said, go ahead and do it. So we did. The youngest kid and I did an unboxing. I think we ended up getting like 10 packages that we opened, recorded it and everything. It was pretty cool. I still have the footage. However, it was so bad, the quality. I've mentioned before, we live in a tiny house, and so we had set up kind of an area that we had backdrops that we had set up, but for some reason the camera wasn't focusing properly, and I was using my digital camera. I have a pretty, I don't want to say professional level camera, but it is. I mean, I used to be a professional photographer. That's what I did for my job for a while. Had my own company. So it's a good camera, and it does video, and it does obviously still photos. So we had used that because I was able to connect it to my laptop and the recording software really easy. And I don't know. I know it was operator error. The volume was okay as far as that goes, but it is a janky video. I edited it, I processed like half of it, and it's just, oh my goodness. So we are thinking of getting some more unclaimed mail or like mystery box type things and do more recordings, because it's fun for us. We had fun opening all that stuff in the mall parking lot. We just don't have a lot of space in the house. Trying to figure out the best setup. Now I do have other cameras that are touted as like webcam ones. They're what we use for our spoopy investigations. I mean, they have like night vision and all that, and whatever little bells and whistles. I mean, they're nothing fancy at all, but they do the job. If you've ever watched any of our investigation videos, I mean, that's what we're using. So we do have those that we could try. We struggled in that one particular video with lighting. And I think that probably contributed to the focusing issues also. But we might try it again, even if we have to sit in the truck, because apparently the lighting was better in the truck than it is in our house. So keep an eye out for that. We might do that again, because everybody loves mystery boxes. It feels weird in the game to be painting the windowsills, but then that way, like, everything's covered. And wouldn't it be so easy to paint in real life if you could just, like, click and drag and highlight where you want? I don't know. Maybe technology will get us there. Who knows? So yeah, I might do some mystery box stuff if I can get a good setup. This weekend we're gonna try out Escape the Backrooms, so look for that video to come out over the weekend or maybe next week. We saw the movie, I think, not too long. Did we see the movie Backrooms when it first came out, or was it a week later?
I think when it first came out.
Like, it wasn't quite opening day, but within the first few days, huh? Yeah, I was checking with my kid. We went, it was within the first week, I believe, of the Backrooms movie coming out. We have theories and thoughts on that, but I don't know. I still am learning Backrooms lore. I went to, like, the Backrooms Wikipedia thing, and that was a whole rabbit hole. The middle kid warned me that that would happen, but, I mean, it's a good movie. And we watch plenty of games. Folks playing various iterations of a Backrooms game. I think the one we have is Escape the Backrooms. And we watch plenty of, like, Minecraft versions and all of that stuff. That bird wallpaper is just ugly. Sorry to anybody that might think that's cool, but oi, this wallpaper is just an eyesore. The only thing with this, I mean, you can just paint over the tile that's already there. You can paint over wallpaper that's already there, and I feel like it almost would have been, not necessarily better, but like if you would have had to scrape it off. I mean, we don't need it to be too immersive, but I feel like it's probably not a great idea to be just painting over wallpaper. But yeah, I like that it kind of takes you a while to build up what you can and can't do in here. You'll see, I mean, like we have the perks right there where you can upgrade your different painting and doing the wallpaper and the tile and all that kind of stuff. And then not in this episode, but in the next episode, you'll see we unlock the demolishing tool. Excuse me, but you definitely have to go through the different steps in order to unlock all the tools. But I've said it in all 3 past episodes, it sucks you in. Sucks you in big time. We have a new season of Fallout 76 coming, I think, in a few weeks, in September. So we'll check that out. Maybe throw up some videos of 76. Haven't played much over there. I've been playing Minecraft, but we had a bit of a disaster where we forgot to pay our server, and so by the time I realized it, they had already deleted our server. Now we did have a backup, but it had been a month since we did our last backup, so I lost a month worth of builds, which for some people it might be like, oh, whatever, that's hardly any. When we're not busy with life and businesses and work and everything, I could easily build 3 builds in a weekend and throughout the week. So I lost a significant amount of work, which was okay, because at my husband's base, which we call the industrial area, I rebuilt a super smelter / lava farm in a steampunk factory type thing, type vibe, and I had to rebuild it, which was a lot of grinding for brick and everything, but it ended up better than the last one. So I'm still in the process of rebuilding some stuff that I lost, and we are much better about scheduling our backups and paying for our server. So I have been playing Minecraft, but it was rebuilding. I'm hoping to have more tours soon. My middle kid is working on a cinematic for me. You know, whenever I do any kind of renovations for kitchens and houses, I always go with black appliances. In Sims, well, not so much Fallout, because most of that stuff is like old and rusted. But there was another one we played, what was the other one, Gage? Inzoi? Was it Inzoi? Is that how you say it? We played Inzoi, and that one I did black appliances also. I don't know, I think it's because it hides the dirt. I mean, think about it. If you have a stainless steel, all you see is fingerprints and dirt. White ones, dirt. Get a black fridge, it's okay. You're not going to see fingerprints. You're not going to see when people spill stuff and they don't clean it off. But you can see when we go in here and are selecting appliances, I mean, aside from what they look like, you can adjust the colors. There are collections in where you can, like, if you're a little bit anal retentive like me, like, so you have all the same collection so that everything kind of vibes. But you have different color choices. And while it's not super customizable, if that's a word, you still can get, like, you still have all those choices. And it gets even worse as you go through like when you're going through the appliance. I had a total brain fart. As you're going through the small appliances, the dishes, and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's again insane the level of detail that you can create in here. I don't care what anybody says, gas stoves are better. My day job, I sell propane and propane accessories. I don't care what anybody says. Cooking with gas is the way to go. In the house. Now when it comes to barbecuing, to quote Hank Hill, taste the meat, not the heat. But there is something about good old-fashioned charcoal briquettes or cooking over an open fire. So for barbecuing, I don't know. Gas grills are fine, but when you're cooking inside, you need to have a gas oven, gas stove. It's the only way to go. I sell propane and propane accessories, but we do also have a trucking company that we've been working on, coming up on almost a year, but since January of this year, really working. If you know anything about trucking, it's DOT numbers, motor carrier numbers, rules and regulations, and it's been a wild ride. We're now 8 months into it and finally making some sort of progress, sort of. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, especially being a small one, dealing with things like insurance, licensing, regulations, every single regulatory agency that wants to have their hand in. Not a fan of the government sometimes. While I understand safety and whatnot, I feel like some things are over-regulated to the point where it makes it unsafe in spite of their safety measures. When you're playing like Sims and Fallout and things like that, where things kind of snap together, I mean, I know you have like free build modes and pretty much all of those, but part of a frustration for me when I was working on this kitchen is things, I mean, they snap to like you can see a grid, but like when you're placing counters, they don't automatically snap. And it's okay if you don't feel where everything has to be perfect. It was kind of like when we were first building our own video game. My husband built a game and I was responsible for essentially building all the houses and furnishing them and whatnot from scratch in Unreal. That was, I'm not gonna say hard, but when you don't have any concept of working in a program like Unreal, it was hard. It was fun though. I got to do a lot of different things, and none of that, of course, snapped. I mean, you're talking from the ground up building a game. So I have a whole new appreciation for game creators, and I think especially when I play new games, when I'm doing demos, because we still do a lot of work on the game, I still do some stuff in Unreal, like I can see asset packs and stuff. I have a whole new appreciation for anybody that can build any kind of game. Because I've seen the backside of it. I don't do the coding. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. My husband does all of that. But just seeing it in action is wild. I don't know. I kind of think, too, that's what... I mean, I've always been... I've been a Fallout fan. And I understand that, like, they call it Bugthesda. And Bethesda has its issues. But I've always been kind of like, meh, whatever, I play the game. But I think seeing the behind-the-scenes part of it, and obviously our little low-poly business tycoon game is nothing like a AAA studio open-world type game. But that said, I feel like some of the issues that happen with the game, or the lack of new content within the Atom Shop and stuff, I don't excuse it as much as I used to. Because a reskin is just a reskin. Some of the bugs that happen were like, really? But again, I don't do the coding on the game. But I understand some of the stuff that goes into it. I think for me to ultimately finish this entire house, it will take me forever. Because it takes me forever for the kitchen, and you'll see in further episodes where I still haven't finished the kitchen. Today we're only gonna spend a little bit of time here in the kitchen, but in upcoming episodes I'll spend a whole hour in the kitchen and not even get it done. And I mean, it takes a while before I even hit other parts of the house. We haven't even hit upstairs, so get a little overwhelmed with that. So many options. I do have some other new games lined up for some new demos. Some of them are cozy, some are not. Some other games that we purchased, like in a bundle, that my kid and husband have played, and kind of want to check those out while I still work in Minecraft and work on all the things. And while we plan out possible future mystery box things. Yeah, probably definitely dating myself with our whole mall day. I mean, back in the day, that was where you would, like, hang out. Now, granted, I grew up in Southern California. Not necessarily the safest place for malls, but even as a high schooler in Oregon, it was to just go hang out at the mall. So it's been fun our last couple trips to kind of go see the different things. This last visit, we did go back to Spencer's because we had an exchange a nose ring, but not a fan of Spencer's these days. It's not quite like it used to be, but of course Hot Topic is good. But oh my gosh, going to the mall on a Saturday compared to going on a Monday like we did the previous time, so many people. I don't think there was anybody inherently rude, like, just in the mall, other than people have zero concept of space around them, zero spatial awareness. Like, don't even get me started on that. It's like they exist in their own little bubble and have no common courtesy, no common sense. That drove us nuts towards the end. Just there was so many people. And of course the lady that was in the cooking store, who was super rude, just based on how he looked. I mean, we're just jeans and t-shirt people. We're not anything fancy or anything. But oh, the way she looked at us when we walked in, like we couldn't afford anything in there, and I was like, I will buy a $500 pan set at a spite. You know, one time my husband bought me a Coach bag, like, you know, the brand Coach. This was 10 years ago, matter of fact, because it was for our anniversary. Him and the kids went to an outlet mall and they had a Coach store. And my husband is a trucker, has been a trucker for the majority of the time we've been married, and we've been married 22 years now. And he wanted to get me something for our anniversary, and so the kids were like, well, she wants a new bag because I'm horrible about buying stuff for myself. So they went to the Coach store at the outlet mall, and he was just dressed as he is, probably sweatshirt and a t-shirt with 3 kids, or sweatpants. And he walked in and was asking the price on something or something. I don't quite remember what it was, but the lady insinuated that he couldn't afford it. I don't think she flat out said that, but very much insinuated that he shouldn't even been there. And I think might have even have walked away from him. So what did he do? He bought me a bag. I think it was like $300. Now I know that was not the full price because it was an outlet mall. But she definitely tried to change her tune, and he was not having any of that. So we are known to buy things out of spite. Because what do you mean I don't have the money to afford it? And it was the best bag ever. Like, people were telling my friends, were like, oh my gosh, you allowed him to buy you a purse? What if he got you the wrong one? Are you serious? He picked out the exact right one. Because our oldest kid had known, like, I had looked at a couple of bags here and there, so he knew, like, what I kind of, like, looked at. So between him and the husband, they picked the perfect one. Like, the perfect one. Still have it to this day. I bust it out every so often. It's like my Sunday go-to-meeting bag. Still in good shape. But, yeah, so that's how we felt that day at the cooking store. We did end up buying way overpriced little spoons for witchy stuff. If you want to see what those look like, it's in our mall video posted last weekend. Yeah, it was like only $8. I think I spent like $19 when she faxed her tax for 2 spoons. But my husband, when we told him the story after we were done, he's like, you should have bought the pots and pans. I'm like, I know. He's like, you had the money. I'm like, I know. But, you know, we can only be so petty. I don't know, if you have any kind of petty stories like that, leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear active pettiness, or what my kids call non-violent acts of inconvenience. Which is just right up there with pettiness. I'm all for it. Don't need to be going to jail or nothing. My oldest gave me a little, I don't even know what that's the government name, but it's like a little tool, and I think it pulls out valve stems or breaks them or something. I'm not sure, because he used to do tires, like semi-tires and stuff. And so he gave me a little tool. I haven't used it yet. But just the fact that I know that I can for someone that pisses me off is quite an adrenaline rush. I don't know, the little sounds of scrubbing is a little bit, like, in theory, that would drive me nuts, but it's almost a little bit soothing in a way. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrubby, scrubby, scrub. I think I did. I might have to go back and look and see if I did a video for the channel, but I had done a power washing simulator, or like, yeah. That was pretty fun. There's something, I do like a good pressure washer. very satisfying to clean things. I mean, I don't want to just sit here and clean at home. That's no fun. But give me a pressure washer and a game and I'll sit here for hours. I think there's games, there's like crime scene simulators, like crime scene cleanup or other types of cleaning ones. I might have to keep an eye out for one of those because I think that would be fun too to give a go. But yeah, if we can figure out how to set up a camera setup, I might have to put up a picture of my desk area, like my working area, because it's pretty jam-packed. I do love me some Funko Pops. I've got Fallout collectibles, miniature collectibles, random rocks and crystals, candles, a variety of things. And I have like this one little area where I have my keyboard and my mouse and stuff. I have my controller for when I play Fallout. But if I can figure out a way to set up my camera and get some lighting situation, I've been eyeballing like the ring light type things, but not very good at that kind of stuff, mostly because I had never intended to actually be on camera, but when I started this whole thing 3 years ago. But I might have to actually look at some official rigs and setups. I do have the makings to make Fallout caps stashes. I have some Nuka-Cola bottle caps. I have my own custom bottle caps also, and probably 10 pounds of bottle caps from the local taco truck. And I bought little tins. I'm going to be making mini caps stashes. I've been naturally aging probably about 10 little metal tins. They've been rolling around the back of my truck to beat them up properly without me sitting here and doing them.
Hi, Love here. So, tell me how you're doing. Everything's fine and dandy. I gotta tell you, I'm still a bit tired after the concert. We had such a blast. But you can probably tell that by the look of the house. I know, but about that, I got good news for you. My roommate Kate asked to have nothing done with her room. So, that's one thing less on your list, because, you know, my bedroom needs some work done. Not from the party, just from, like, a regular life. But it's cleaner than the rest of the house, I promise. Oh, and Kate's room is the one on the right when you go upstairs. Anyways, you got a lot on your hands, and I think my manager is waving at me. So I'm gonna leave you so we can both do our job. Have a great day. Bye.
A very perky person. Excuse me. Yep, so if anybody has any suggestions on lighting setups or different things, that would be helpful. And I need to figure out, I know you can get something like where you can either put your phone or your camera to do like top-down viewing. My best friend does that on her channel for her zine reviews and stuff. If I remember, I'm going to link her in the description to her channel because she does zines and all kinds of fun stuff. Happy Mail Monday and all that kind of stuff. But she has like a top-down rig, and it's because I want to be able to show too, as I put together excuse me, the cap stashes. We had hoped to go to the Fallout fan celebration again this year, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to. Down in Good Springs, there was so many people last year when we went, and I think it'll be even bigger this year. And they've been putting on other events like over in West Virginia and stuff. For all the folks that are on that side of the world. We had so much fun when we went last year. All the cosplay and everything, and being in Good Springs. If you know, you know. Yeah, we're trying to do more stuff with the channel. I have a lot of games to line up to play. Get stuff kind of going. My subscriber count has been slowly going up, like nothing fancy. Not like ain't nobody gonna be YouTube famous anytime soon, but I appreciate everyone that subscribes, because I'm just a goofball with a gaming channel with a little bit of spoopy thrown in on the side. I have plenty of people that I watch, and to think that, like, even 10 people who might view a video, whether it's one person or it's 50 people viewing a video, it makes me happy. I like to think I'm getting better at the editing stuff. I use DaVinci Resolve, just the like free version, but I think we might do the upgrade to like the full version, because there is some stuff that it can do that I can't in the free version. But I had told my husband was ready to buy it like last year, and I'm like, no, I don't want to pay for it until I can use it to its full potential. I'm still very much learning what it fully can do. It doesn't scare me as bad. I mean, I'm still doing like fully automated stuff. I'm not in here doing any kind of custom settings or anything. But I like to think I'm getting a little bit better at it. Won't be anytime soon that you'll be seeing any kind of like flashy, all kind of fun stuff in there. Like, oh my gosh, just trying to throw on different, either like transitions or some of the effects. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I can picture in my head how I want it to be, but to make it actually happen, no. It's a little bit too much for me. My kids are much better at the creative aspect of it. I think as I play this game more, I might play around more with choosing the different color schemes, like instead of just, because I've said before, I just, when it says like, okay, I need this TV stand or this coffee table, whatever this is, like I just pick whatever it defaults to. But I might try when next time I log in and play to customize it more, get more of a paint scheme, because sometimes it's so absolutely like scattered, it's a little bit ridiculous. But I think that might lead to me being here like way too long in each little build. Like, it's not like there's a time bonus or anything, and I don't know, maybe if you make things look a little bit more put together, I don't know if you get more money. I haven't really paid attention to the money aspect of it, other than when I start outfitting my own house. Because, like, really, I should not have put this color carpet on that floor. I should have went with something different. I mean, all the shelves and stuff match, but not that carpet. That carpet is ugly. But see, even in the one, like, where it shows the, like, it almost looks like a plaid tartan type pattern. But when I go into it, it defaulted to that green thing. I don't know, probably play around with that more in the next session. But again, I go into it later, but like when you go in here, you can pick the different colors and materials and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, your boop, had a stroke right there. Your options could almost be endless. Yeah, that purple ottoman and that rug on that floor is no bueno. It's like a decorating faux pas. I think the wine glasses and the glasses, it's supposed to be almost like a liquor, or like a bar cabinet type situation. It just seems a little weird to just to have wine glasses in your living room when there's nothing else there. It looks like it goes with, I don't know. I don't know, if I had like a little concert and you had like a little party that might have got a little out of hand. If people are over and they are dragging paint through my house, I would be so mad. Definitely no more parties. That's for dang sure. Or if you have guests over and they leave your bathroom like this, that's just ridiculous. We'll just throw the trash over there. I think with this one compared to like I did a camper van demo where it's like where you have to put everything away in a certain way and like you do your little van life, and it was pretty good about like being able to put stuff in places, but I think this one is almost, again, you can get so detailed in everything that it's pretty cool. Because I could have sat there and took forever to do putting the toilet paper back in the right way. And it would have let me. Where's the key? Find the key. I don't know if I figure out... Oh, yep, there it is, the bathroom. It's like I knew there was something else. It couldn't have just been like, we're not leaving a star behind, that's for sure. We are getting to the end. I got my 3 stars there. Did a little work on the house. We did one little job here so that we could collect money. Thank you for hanging out with me today while we did a little bit of house flipping. Sort of. We haven't really flipped a house yet, but you know. I appreciate all of you. Please do all of the things. Every little bit of it helps. Every single person that watches even a few minutes of this, or anybody that adds me to the list of videos they're subscribed to, I appreciate all of it. So we'll leave you for today. We'll be back this weekend with some more gameplay and maybe some more info on some mystery box unveilings. So until next time, we'll see you around. We'll go play some more games.